everybody. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I'm a little bit early. I'm like 30 minutes early here. So I'm sorry to go live a little bit early than normal, but again, this week my kids are on, hey Chris, my kids are on fall break. And so things are a little bit crazy. And my husband just ran uptown to do some errands. Hey, Sarah. And he took all of the kids. And then we are headed out for our last fall break adventure. We're taking Violet to a, Violet, some of you may know. If you're new here, you may not know. But Violet is our middle daughter. And she is autistic. And there's this really cool autistic friendly gym thing that opened up near us, and we're gonna go check it out today. So this is kind of her special outing. Kayla had a special outing with me. We went shopping on Monday, and then Andrew had some special things that happened this week since it was his birthday. So now today we're gonna go do something with Violet, and I think all the kids will enjoy it. It's a really fun thing, and so I'm looking forward to doing this. So that's why I'm a little bit early, because they're really itching to go. I'm working this morning, and I keep telling them, in a little bit, in a little bit, in a minute, in a minute, in a minute. So I am just gonna go live a little early. We're gonna make a card. I'm gonna chat with you guys, and then we're going to go have some fun this afternoon. So a couple things. Look what I got in a little package this morning from Stampin' Up. Finally, this paper is back in stock. And I guess I had ordered a couple of them at some point because I got this package. Hey, Janet. Hey, Tammy. And so I got this and I was like, oh, clearly I ordered this at some point. But so I'm glad because I have an idea for a card with this, and so I'm glad it's back in stock. So if you've ordered this and it was on back order, you'll be getting yours soon. And if you've wanted to order this, now it's in stock, so you can get that. So that's awesome. I got 2 packs of it, and I'm gonna break it open tomorrow and use it. And then the other thing I want to show you guys is I just released, about a half an hour ago, I just released my You Can Make It kit for the Alpine Adventure. And it's on page 11 of your holiday catalog. This is really a hidden gem in the catalog. Here are some of the cards that you can make. And it's this stamp set here, and then it has a die set. And the thing that I think is wonderful about this stamp set and die set is there's so many things you can do with both of these separately, but then when they come together, they're amazing. And sometimes I think we overlook sets like this, and this is a stamp set and die set I've been talking about getting probably since August, and I finally did it, and I'm so glad I did. This is one that I'm gonna keep forever. You can see all of the dies. There's 12 dies. Let's see, you guys can see right here. And they're so cute. They're really great. So I released a You Can Make It kit today, and what that means is there's a couple different options. Hey, Debbie. If you just want the videos for these cards right here, these are the projects. If you just want the videos and the PDF, I'm going to start creating PDFs for my You Can Make It kit. You guys have given me such wonderful feedback about the PDFs that I've been doing, and you guys have really liked them. So now all of my You Can Make It kits will come with a PDF. So if you just want the video and the PDF, it's $20. If you want the kits, so you'll get 6 card kits, 2 each of each design, the videos and the PDF, that's $25. Now, if you want to get the kits, so you'll get the card kit, you'll get to make 2 each of each card. You'll get this. And then if you want to get the product, so you're all good to go, it'll be $52.50 to get the stamp set, the die set, 6 card kits. It comes with envelopes, exclusive videos, and the PDF, okay? And then just so you guys know, so I have a post here on Facebook that you can check out, and it has links to buy that. If you need ink or you need adhesive, or you want to add something to an order, like you want to get this, but you're like, oh man, I need an early espresso ink pad, or I need an adhesive refill, just reach out to me and email me and say, hey, I want to get the You Can Make It kit, but I need to add a couple things to the order, and I'll help you do that, okay? So I've had a couple of you reach out to me and say, I want to get this kit, but I need a few more things. And so I wanted you guys to know that I will help you do that, okay? So this is going to be a really great kit. So remember, you get 2 each of each card, and then the videos to put these together. And these are, I mean, this is such an amazing stamp set and die set. I can't believe I waited so long to get it, okay? So that's all the housekeeping items. So let's dive into making something today, okay? So today we're going to use the Nothing Sweeter product. So this, you can bundle this together, and I've talked about this set a lot. This is one of those that I think is a must-have. The dies are amazing. This is a little die that goes in here. I think it goes in here. I had this out for something else. But this was I used this in my local card class that I do last night. So I had these out. And then I also have a special project coming up tomorrow on my website. My Hello Christmas Week 2 is using this die set. And you guys, I can't even tell you how cute the project is for tomorrow. So we're going to use this. And then I grabbed out a stamp set that I have not used yet, that I plan on starting to use maybe next week. And it's this one. And you can see has a really big stamp here. And what I did actually is I cut one of these stamps. So I did that off camera because I don't want to give anybody anxiety, but we cut this one. I want to use Merry Christmas, but I didn't want it to say and Happy New Year. So I just snipped that, and we're going to use Merry Christmas. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started making this card. The PDF and the supply list will be out after, like, this evening, because I have to jet out of here right away when I'm done here. And then when I get home tonight, I will upload the PDF for you guys so you can print that out for this project. And then the supply list as well. I will link all of that this evening when I get back. And then also with all of these Facebook Lives, I am putting them up in blog posts where there's supply lists and the PDFs are linked. So yesterday on my website, the card that we did, the Simply Thankful card we did, I think last week or the week before, was up on my website. So you guys can always find my projects over on my website with supply lists, and if there's a PDF, they're there. Hey, Bobby. So today we're going to start with a card base here, and it is just a standard A2 size card. Hey, Elizabeth. And for this one, we've taken the 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and instead of cutting it in 5.5 like we've been doing, so we've been having a card base that looks like this. So instead of having this direction, we have this direction. So we're going to cut our cardstock at 4 1/4, and that's going to give us 2 standard size cards. These are considered A2 size cards. And you just fold this at 5.5. And then, hey, Iona, hey, Jerry. So then this will make your card. So it's 4 1/4 this way by 5.5 this way. And this is actually my favorite way to make a card, where it opens up like this. And then a little bit of some, let's see, behind the scenes maybe, is it's easier to photograph the cards because they stand up. So that's why I originally started doing my cards this way, but then I found I really love this, the way they open. So you can see they stand up really nicely compared to if I wanted to take a photo of this card. It is it's awkward with this flap, right? So that's just a little bit behind the scenes. So we're going to start out with our card base, and then I have a piece of basic black cardstock, which has a little bit of glitter on it because I have glitter everywhere. And this is just 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we're going to be able to fit this right over the card base. Okay, so we can do that. I'm going to use a little bit of snail adhesive. Well, I would, right? I guess this is a good moment for that to happen so that I can show you how these work. So I have a friend who comes to my local card class, and she's fairly new to stamping. She's not been doing it very long. And so she has been getting the snail. Well, I found out recently that she's been buying a whole new snail every time she runs out. She didn't know that there were refills. So I told her, you just have to buy a refill. And she was excited that she's going to save a little money. So this is how you do a refill. You just, well, first you don't throw it, right? Okay, so there's a little button right here. Kind of little, it's not necessarily a button, but it's like a little thing right there. You just push that and pull this out. So you keep this part. This is the case. And then you throw this part away. And then you get a refill. And you just pop this little piece out here. And then you pop this onto your base. And then I always just break this part off. This part is to like protect your adhesive, but I break it off because I don't like dealing with it. And I go through these so quickly, there's no point. So then you have a refill. So now what we're gonna do is just add this to our card front or our card base here. Okay, so here's our card front here. So now I have some of my favorite paper. So we're going to use this piece and this piece. This is from the Festive Farmhouse. So this piece, let me give you measurements. This will be on the PDF, but just so you guys know on here, maybe you're following along. This is 2 3/4, and then it is 5 1/4 is what this is going to measure out at. And any of the designs in the Festive Farmhouse would work. You could use, or any other designer paper too. You can just pick 2 designs. You could have a different base color here. Okay, so then I have this next piece, and it's going to measure at 3 3/4 by 4 1/2, and it's this plaid. Iona says, I am on the side of keeping the tab because I put things in a box or a bin and I don't want things to get, I'm assuming, dusty. Yeah, so if you do that, you'll want to keep that tab on it. I set my adhesive right in this little bowl thing here that's right in front of me. I throw them in there, and so I don't mind. So you could even use this side if you wanted. We're going to use the plaid side. Okay, so then this piece is going to go right. Oh, I think this is crooked. It is. It's because I'm looking at it at an angle. Okay, let's see if I can salvage this. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay, I think I managed to save that. I don't think I managed to make it any less crooked though. That's okay. So this piece is going to go right here. And this is not typically the kind of layers I do. I'm so, I guess, just kind of stuck in my ways that something like this is just outside my comfort zone. I personally don't like a ton of layers on my cards, but I'm trying to go outside my comfort zone and do a few more layers. I definitely tend to like more white space, more simple layers that go from like one side of the card to the other. This tends to like not make me as happy maybe as I could be, but I think I think cards that have lots of layers end up always looking good. I just always question when I'm in the middle of putting them together if they're okay, right? Hey, Julie. So the next piece we have is an embossed piece, and this piece is 3 inches by 3 inches. And it's embossed with this. Let me show you the embossing folder. new holiday, well, it's not new anymore, I guess. The holiday catalog, and it's this one. And you can see it's a dynamic embossing folder, which means it's really thick. So you see how thick that is? And then it makes your cardstock look like this. Okay, but the thing is that you have to be so careful with this embossing folder. You can even see right here on my project, it's starting to tear. So what I do is I put in my cardstock. I put in a piece of copy paper in between, and then I use a very thin, let me see if I can grab it. This right here. So this is the thin die adapter. And so I use this with one plate and then this, and it's about the right amount of pressure. So you just have to be really careful with this because it tears a lot. So I'm just going to use snail adhesive, and we're going to put this right in the middle. And it gives it a little bit of a distressed look. So it's not horrible, but it is tricky to work with that embossing folder. I really love it, but it's quite tricky. So then what I have is a die cut, and I used this Nothing Sweeter die. Yeah, Deborah says that some people, hey Debbie, I didn't even realize that you had popped on here, but Deborah says some people missed the paper first, but I have found with this folder that tears it even faster. So the idea of misting your paper before you put it in an embossing folder is that it breaks down the fibers of your paper, and then it allows the embossed design to you know, pick up in your paper quicker or faster or easier. But with this one, I mean, it literally, it's just, you have to be so careful with that folder. And I know if I'm getting frustrated and I, you know, I have maybe more time or energy to like mess around with something and try to figure it out because it's my job to do that. And I'm getting very frustrated with it. I know that if you're just getting it and you're wanting to dive in and make a project, you may start to get very frustrated with it. So just work with it a little bit. Try misting the paper. Try different adapters. Try different pressure in your Big Shot. And once you find the right combination, I definitely have found the right combination for mine. That's just, now I know, and that's what I do. So I did this out of designer paper. So you could do, you know, if you did the green on this side, you could totally do the plaid on here. These little Christmas trees are so cute. I think that the green here on the tree and how it has the stripes, I think it kind of helps it to kind of really look like a Christmas tree. So I'm just going to take some dimensionals, and we're going to put dimensionals on here. And then we'll take the backing off of them. And I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do the tree just really easy. So hopefully you can see that. The tree, I'm not quite putting it in the middle. It's a little bit higher up because I want to put my sentiment here. I have some of the cherry cobbler baker's twine I was going to put on the top, but I also have one of these buttons, which I don't know if you can tell, but they're so cute. They're in the Festive Farmhouse suite of product, and they kind of raise up a little bit. So I was thinking that that might be cuter on here. So what do you guys think? Do you think the button, or do you think the bow would look cuter? Or I could do the bow on the bottom. And then while I'm waiting for you guys to comment, I am going to use my Wink of Stella. And I need a new one. I need a new Wink of Stella. And this is also a little bit of a hidden gem in our catalog. I love the Wink of Stella. It's one of my favorite go-to products. And this is what it looks like brand new when you get it. Just pop this out of here. And then you're going to open it up. You untwist this part and you pull out this black ring. And then you twist this back in. And when you do so, there's a little piece in there and it pierces down into the barrel. So then you're going to shake it up a little bit. And then with a piece of scratch paper, you're going to just start to squeeze the barrel. And you'll start to see, can you see that glitter start to come into that, into the barrel there? And just squeeze lightly and just keep squeezing until it gets down into the brush. And sometimes it all starts to come out very fast. Like once you get it worked down into the brush, you're like, oh wow, there's some glitter. So just be careful, take your time, see, there it goes. And then you have this shimmery glitter that comes out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glitter up this tree. And then to activate more, you just squeeze that barrel a little bit. Now, I love using my Wink of Stella for watercoloring because I feel like it gives you more control than an aqua pen. So what I will do with this one's empty, but what I will do is I will just take this off, and right there, I will mix up some water, and then I might even do a little bit of alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, and then a little bit of the shimmer paint, and then I'll put it into this tube. I will shake it up, and then I'll be able to use this even more. So you get so much use out of these. And then I'll just mark with some washi tape or with a Sharpie that this isn't a regular glitter like Wink of Stella. Like I'll probably just write on this one new, so I know this is my new one. Okay, so I think lots of people said the bow. So what I'm going to do is just trim this bow, the pieces down here. And then I'm going to take glue dots because that is what's going to be the easiest. So I have some mini glue dots here. And we'll just put one right on the bow part, and then we'll put it on the tree. Hopefully that will stick. Hopefully the Wink of Stella was dry. So now we just need our sentiment. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to take this punch. This is, I think it's called the Modern label or something label, and I'm going to punch that out right there. And then what I'm going to do is take this sentiment, the Merry Christmas sentiment, and black ink, and then we're going to stamp right on this. And I can't get right over this, so hopefully it's centered, and I don't think it is. It's not horrible, but look, I have one that's centered that I stamped before because I've been running into that problem. Okay, so now we're just going to add some adhesive to this and right to the bottom. Okay, and you guys know I have been going crazy with my Nuvo drops. So I got some more. I don't know if you guys can see. This is where I have them stored. I'm storing them right now in this. This is about half of what's really, that you can really get. But I think it is enough for me to play with. But I have been going crazy using these. And so you know I have to put some gold Nuvo drops right on this card. This is the pale gold, and I love it. You could totally add these to the tree to like ornaments if you wanted. But I love that. Oh yeah, you can definitely stamp and then punch. So that can be better too. I kind of thought about that afterwards. So you could totally, it is kind of easier if you stamp it and then you take the punch and line it up. Just like that. That's going to make it easier. Tammy says, that's what I was thinking about, ornaments. Yeah, that would be so cute, right? But that is a super simple card. It's much more layered than maybe I'm used to. And maybe, I think maybe it would have been better if I hadn't done the black background. If I would have done it in white instead, I might have liked it a little bit better. But that is our project for today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Again, I will definitely get a PDF out for you guys. Thank you so much for the kind feedback about the PDFs that I've been doing. They're a little bit time consuming, but the more that I do them, the easier they get. And you guys are really, oh, a vanilla background, that would have been perfect. Yeah, I wasn't thinking that because this is kind of vanilla, this background. So I really appreciate the feedback and that you guys have been saying how much you've enjoyed having them. So I am glad to provide those for you guys. And I thank you guys for your patience as this week was fall break. And when I had this fun idea to do lives with you guys 3 times a week to celebrate the new Stampin' Up! Year, I wasn't thinking we had fall break in the middle of that. So I really appreciate you guys. I will be back tomorrow with my Hello December week, or Hello Christmas week 2, and it's a fun one. I'm very excited about this one. And then I'll be back on Friday with another live, and we'll have another project for you guys. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will chat with you guys later.